make a statement and say, yeah, I'm hanging you out to dry. You did make a statement and say they are sending the parents back and keeping the kids. That's why I say, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I think they packing them all up.
The thing is, if a kid is born here,
no. But you still said the statement.
Okay, maybe I didn't clarify because I want to be clear. If a person is born in the United States, they become a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
But if the kids came here illegally along with the parents, then they would more likely send the kids, send everybody back at the same time.
But they still might send them back with them though. I don't see them keeping them kids and sending the parents back.
I just saw them,
especially if they ain't got no family members over here. But it's a lot of people over here without nothing, just whoever they came with or by themselves.
I just saw them. I think this was in the Mount Airy. They took somebody and left the children. A young teenager or whatever. I'm not sure. Maybe that wasn't his kid. I don't know. But I saw the kid go with them. So, however, whatever mistake I may have, maybe I got to do some more research. I'm not infallible to make mistakes, and if I make a mistake, I'm willing to own up to it. But whatever the case may be, I would just say, if you're here and you're trying to, stay here, just fix whatever you got to fix so that you can be.
Please do so, man. That'll alleviate this whole problem, man. Go through the it's not like you're not allowed here. You are.
Yeah.
You are allowed in the United States of America, but there is a procedure that you have to and will, from the actions of Trump, follow.
Now, just to go back, I want to ask another question about this solitary confinement. When you're in solitary confinement, is it cameras on that unit in the back?
It should be, but I ain't never. I'm gonna go on a ledge and say it should be because you're in the cell all day long. It ain't like you know. It's no like even when you come out the wreck, they putting like 3 people in one cage. Like it's barely like the only contact you got is with your cellie. That's it. So I'm not saying they don't, but if they didn't, I see why, because it's real controlled.
Yeah.
You ain't coming out. You ain't going to no child's. You ain't nothing. No, you ain't got no visits. Well, they give you visits in the hole. I'm lying. They give you visits in the hole, but that's another easy process. But other than that, ain't nothing going on down there. It's just a free day for the officer, whoever work at the hole.
Yeah.
You have a lot of officers that won't work no units in population and stay in the hole years on end. It's an easy job. All I got to do, especially if I work the 3 to 11 shift, I'm coming right in, feed dinner at 5 o'clock, pass out mail. Ain't no pill line, ain't no visits at the 4 o'clock, ain't nothing going on at the 4 o'clock. But child, pill line, and goddamn mail.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's easy sweet. That's sweet. That's
sweet as cake grandma baked.
But it's just unfortunate, man. Like, would you rather be going dead and going to be in solitary confinement for? I think he had a life sentence. I don't know if it's sentence. I think it was a life sentence, I believe. Would you rather be dead and go and do a life sentence?
Yeah. From me being in there and experiencing it and going through the hoop-ha, brother, I told you before, kill me. Kill me. Do not sit me in there for no life in the penitentiary. Because I'm dead already, but just living dead. Nah, man. Nah. I'm watching all of my family members die off. I can't go to the funerals. You know what I mean? Kids getting over having kids. Grandbabies don't know me. What type of knowing can you meet from a motherfucker from 4 to 5 hours, 6-hour visit? And I'm waiting on you coming once a year, if that. So you have basically no life.
And men be having, they be having what is it? The death penalty, and that means you got to be in solitary confinement for your whole bid.
Yeah, or death row.
Death row. You be booked in that solitary confinement for your whole bid. Like sometimes 20, 30 years before they actually take your life.
I think I got it back.
I will take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Expose your business to millions of potential consumers and clients. If no one knows who you are, you don't make any money. Put your logo here. Add your business here. They say when you're green, you grow, but when you're ripe, you're rotten. That means those who aren't moving forward is standing still. Marketing is everything. Grow your business today. product placement, brand exposure, merchandise display. It's time to put your business and your brand in front of millions of potential clients. Call 267-534-5053. That's 267-534-5053. It's time to grow.
I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Everyone knows that jail is a serious matter. Us here at Tales from the Jails, we are offering something special to anyone who is currently in prison, on their way to prison, and actually those who are returning from prison. We are offering consultation to anyone who's threatened with prison, in prison, and like I said, and who are coming home from prison. We have Zoom consultations to help you with your prison bid. For those who are going to prison, don't know about prison, don't know what to expect, don't know if it's going to be, all these horror stories you hear, all these things. We tell you what exactly to expect. We give you consultation on how to deal with these difficulties of prison. It could be through Zoom. It can be in person, where we talk to you in person. We do intense prison preparation. We also offer business management for those who are incarcerated. Say, welcome back to Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Partnership with Tina's Media Group is the team and the family. So let's get to some other news. It says, I don't know if this is true or not. It says prosecutors claim that Lil Durk placed a $1 million bounty on Quando Rondo in 2022. This is they have the court documents stating that this is something that Lil Durk put $1 million on this guy.
But you can have the court documents and all that, but what witness do they got?
I'm saying I'm pretty sure they got this. That's what they
that's what they have to have, because you just assuming that he did that won't go.
Yeah, it says that it has the whole court document stating that this was reported, because they can't bring this up in court without a witness, can they? They have to have some proof saying
they got
that this
to.
is true.
If I'm blaming you for this, I have to have somebody that collaborated that was with me out in the streets, out in the free world. I just can't come in there and just be everybody go to jail for some shit. It won't be nobody beating cases.
This is crazy because this has to come out, be like stuff like this comes out only by people that's close to you, that has to know this type of stuff, man. Like, these type of situations is like, who can you trust? This is why I say, like, man, the streets is crazy, man. And for him to be in a position, if this is true, for him to be in a position to actually, do something or say something of this magnitude or put this type of in play, it's just crazy, because the people around him has to be telling these type of things, man. You can't move in this manner if this is true, man. You just can't move in this manner, because ultimately when the feds come and these type of situations happen, they want to ultimately get to the bottom of it. So the person who's on the case with you, they're going to tell everything they know. And this is why the situation happened right here, and this is being revealed. If this is true, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what came across our radar in regards to Lil Durk. But we'll see what happens, man. And I see people getting upset. Like I watched it. I read a lot of comments in the AR Ab phone call, and some of the comments, everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their right of speech to say what they want to say. People were saying certain things like, why say free AR Ab? He was out here. He made a choice to do these things and so forth and so on. And you guys have a right to your opinion. You guys, have a right to say what you want to say. It's just that sometimes, people want to change their lives, and sometimes they realize what they were doing was wrong. And it may be after 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, and they may just realize, like, dang, I was doing all that for nothing. And then ultimately he may have some remorse. Or sometimes people don't even get it. They go to jail and they still living like, without a care. They still in there running around acting crazy in jail. But sometimes people just realize that, man, I was wrong. I did this wrong. I shouldn't have never did this. I want another opportunity to change my life. Is he wrong for that? No. And then is people wrong for saying that he deserved to be in jail? If he guilty of a crime? No, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're wrong for saying that. That's your opinion. But you can't knock people for saying free him at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to see him out. Somebody want to see him in jail. If like he may have affected their community, whatever the case may be. But no opinion is wrong. Everybody has their own opinion in regards to that. So he's serving his time. If he gets out, then he gets out. But sometimes people need support. No matter what they do. and but I just wanted to put that out there in regards to this, just that sometimes we have this mentality to kick people while they're down.
Mm-hmm.
He's down, kick him, just kick him. And and this is not just pertaining to AR-AB. This is pertaining to just in life in general. People want to, if you're in a bad situation, they want to kick you sometimes, or you may be up one day, then you're down the next, and they want to just kick you. They want to just say things about you, post things on the internet. As we know, the internet is undefeated. You cannot beat the internet. No matter what you do, no matter what you try, you cannot beat the internet. You can't. And people want to express their feelings and their opinions on the internet online, and then you may not like it, but this is, once you put yourself out there to be on the internet, you know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody say something about us, it's make up a rumor, maybe we be protected from that, but if it's not true, it's gonna get some traction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not true, you know what I'm saying? So it's gotta be very, very careful, man, in these things. You got anything, Mr. Jackson, you want to talk about, man? Anything going on?
I got a few topics before we get to these phone calls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got something. You got the kid, the Fulton County high school student who was he was what you call? Remember the kid who was taken off the bus? He was beat, handcuffed. This was in where was this at? This was in Fulton County high. Let me see exactly where it was at. Well, this happened back in December. Well, I just saw this or whatever, and it says the Fulton County high school student speaks out after he was tased by officers who claimed he was on the wrong bus, but he was on the right bus. Many of y'all saw this. Many of us are parents who are, in this podcast or on this check. I'm a parent. I have teenage children. So for me, and I have a son who's a teenager. So for me to see my son go through this, knowing that he was in the right and he was on a bus, and then these cops took him and threw him off the bus and tased him, I'm going to be very, very upset behind that, to a man where I may want to harm somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or I want to do exactly what you did to my child, to you. You know what I'm saying? And I would feel like I want to do that, especially if I know that my child didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So this kid was tased. Why are you tasing a teenager? And then the kid even mentioned that while he was, handcuffed, the officer was still trying to get to him and trying to attack him while he was handcuffed on many occasions. And then they took him to the hospital, but instead they took the kid to the daggone prison. You know what I'm saying? How would y'all feel about that if that was y'all kid? What would y'all do? You know what I mean? How would y'all react to something like this? This is a serious matter because, our children are being targeted.
Yes, they are. And this right here, to piggyback off of what you say, to go right into my spill. We got neighbors getting here for this crazy stuff. A Florida man was taken into custody after he allegedly sex trafficked a teenage girl who had run away from home. According to WPBF, the sick man Marlon Hornrow, 52, noticed the victim walking alone, then stopped and offered to buy her food. She accepted his offer and ended up getting in his truck. He allegedly drove her to a warehouse where he worked on vehicles and occasionally stopped to kiss the child with his disgusting lips. When police spoke with the victim, she said the sexual acts progressed over time and that Marlon paid her $300. If that wasn't enough to make your stomach turn, she said Marlon hit her with a belt after she asked for a vape pen. The victim told police Marlon never threatened her, but told her to not tell any of her friends because his homies don't know he gets down like this. Police said Marlon eventually dropped the girl off 2 days later and she returned to her family. She told police that she and the suspect continued to communicate through Instagram and that he allegedly tried to convince her to sneak out to meet him again. The victim's parents called 911 after discovering messages between Marlon and their daughter. When police arrested Marlon, he denied all allegations against him. He told authorities that he did not run into the victim, where they spoke about her being a runaway, and told her to return home and gave her money so that she could get something to eat. He is a sick man, has since been charged with human trafficking of a minor, battery on a child, and commercial sex act violence. He is currently being held at Palm Beach County Jail. And that goes off to what you just say, man. Like, people, there are a lot of, like, as time
Sick individuals.
like, because I don't remember, not to say it wasn't no, sick individuals back when we was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was hidden more.
No, social media wasn't available.
Probably so. But now, every day I wake up, it's nothing for me to get on there and see somebody then, molested a child. Some sick demonic stuff. Every day I wake up, it's nothing for me to turn on the TV, and I can count on somebody being on there for improperly touching a child. Which we do not agree with in no shape, form, or fashion.
Not at all. Not at all. It's a terrible, terrible thing.
It's a sickness.
Yeah.
It's a disease. It's a curse. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it, that's the most heinous thing that you can think of. That's what this is.
Yeah, I agree. And it's some things that happen, and sometimes people turn a blind eye to it, and and like sweep it under a rug. And sometimes people will hang. I've noticed that people will hang around someone, an individual that does certain things, but who may have performed some of the most heinous acts, but they will not disown this person, but they will hate a person who doesn't give them their money. But they'll sit around with a person who perform these type of acts, have them around their children, have them in their places of business, and all these type of things. And then, but they'll hate a person who didn't give them their money, or talk bad about somebody who don't give them their money. It's sad. People got to really reevaluate. And I don't care how nobody feel about this, but people got to really reevaluate their situation. I'm just tired of the fake stuff. I'm just tired of it. People are moving in a manner of being dishonorable. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all got to fix that. But I want to go on and say something that I saw as well in regards to this, in regards to something else. The Filipino mayor survives a rocket launcher assassination attempt. They said that's crazy. I'm not laughing at a rocket launcher. They wanted you dead.
Yeah.
This is the 4th attempt on his life.
And he lived again. Well, he must be a cat. They said he got 9 lives. He got 5 more left.
Yo.
He got 5 more shots at it.
Filipino mayor. They try to hit this boy with a rocket launcher. You got to get on the one knee and shoot this.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. And shout out to my man Chizzy. He be sending me stuff all the time, man. Let's see what we got.
Oh, I got something else for you.
Yeah, I got plenty, but it's just it's just crazy that people just, the type of stuff that goes on that we don't really understand is that people, when they want you dead, sometimes they'll go to extreme limits to get you to get you. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to hop out of a car or whatever with a rocket launcher and shoot it at your car,
yeah,
and you live,
that's crazy. That God is on your side today.
And another thing too, y'all, man, make sure that y'all bundle up out there. Be really, really, really warm, because there's something happened where a man froze to death standing on his car. You seen that?
No, I didn't see that, but I'm quite sure that happened.
Yeah, he froze to death standing outside of his car. So make sure y'all bundle up. I'm hearing, I don't know if it's true, but I'm hearing that we'll possibly get some snow this weekend too.
I heard this Saturday is supposed to be another blizzard.
Yeah, man. What y'all doing this weekend? What y'all doing, man? More snow.
Well, we got a Florida man accused of, a Florida mom, not man, accused of drowning her 7-month-old baby in a bathtub after a chilling confession. The 23-year-old Gainesville mother is behind bars after investigation says she admitted to intentionally drowning her 7-month-old daughter in a bathtub inside a local apartment complex. Police say Tyra Scott Franklin called 911 from the Sweetwater Square apartments and reported that her baby was in distress, then allegedly told arriving officers she had drowned the child. First reporders found the infant unresponsive in a bathtub, and the baby was later pronounced dead at UF Health Shands. According to an arrest report, Scott Franklin allegedly confessed to placing the baby on her back in a half-full tub with the infant's face underwater. leaving the bathroom and closing the door, then returning about 5 minutes later to find her daughter unresponsive. If I can't have my baby, no one can, she allegedly told detectives, adding, I am sorry, but I don't regret it. Statements